Welcome back to the Tiger's Den. And it's time for a box opening. Now, this box was provided to us by Alternate Dimensions. That is my local game store. All of the cards that are going to be opened here are going directly into the inventory. You can find us at adgaming.net, or you can search for us on TCG Player as Alternate Dimensions. I've already seen some box openings so far, and so far it's been interesting. Trying to be careful with it because I've got a stack of every box that's been open over here, and an empty booster wrapper, all that kind of cool stuff for okay. Alright, so that one's the empty box that's going on my shelf. And we'll deal with the wrapper here shortly. Let's see. My light button is in a terrible spot. There we go. Alright, let's see. Okay, so these are not paper. And I think, I'm going to double check. I believe this first print run is Japan. Okay. So most of us wanted to figure out, were there any downshifts? So we got Torrent, Out for Blood, Smash Instinct, Throttle, Snapback, Reruns, Ironrot Plating, Nimblism, Warrior's Valor, and Towering Titan. So far I've not seen any downshifting, which I thought was kind of bad. Gust Wave, Salvage Shot, Amplify, Accelerator, Scar for Scar, Barraging Beatdown, and Overpower. So there's a spot that could be either an equipment or a token, or what used to be a token spot, and then there's a spot where there's a staple card so far that we've seen. Nimblism, Scar for Scar, Unmovable, Razor Reflexes. So apparently these are this is one per pack. which I think is really neat. And these it could either be a token or a piece of equipment. I don't know if I'm going to be able to save one of these packs intact, which kind of sucks. Stonewall, Rising Knee, Salvage, Overloop, Ether Flare. There's a white bordered Anothos. Flock. We have pulled our first legendary. That is a legendary Tectonic Plating, my friends. If you guys are watching this, as I said before, all of these are going to be available on the website adgaming.net, or TCG Player, search for Alternate Dimensions. Besides Flesh and Blood, we also carry Magic the Gathering, we carry Pokemon and Digimon. You got plenty of singles on there. You will see these on Friday. Meet and Greet, 0 to 60, Reverberate. Okay. So there's a Razor Reflexes. There's a Slogism. So I'm assuming that this could also be in this slot. Plasma Barrel and Rip on a Plunder Run. Kind of surprised Plunder Run made it in, honestly. Don't have any qualms about it, but when I saw the numbers, I kind of expected there to be some cards that weren't exactly or that were banned, suspended. Okay, so this is our token slot, token of weapon, item, and then Rabble and rares. So from what I've seen on the other videos that folks have opened boxes, seems like all the super rares that were pulled have been bumped up to Majestic, which I don't necessarily agree with that, but there's Pummel. And a couple rares. We got Soul Bead Strike. Yellow Scar, yellow, red. Ooh! That's a nice hit. It's first Enlightened Strike I've seen opened. I saw Josh from Hometown TCG. He opened a full case for MinMax Gaming, and he pulled 4 Outer Wars. No Enlightened Strikes. No Enlightened Strikes and no CNCs. Didn't pull a legendary. So apparently, variance is a thing, folks. We are playing a card game. And we are busting boxes. Okay, so there's an Azalea in the token spot, Whisper, Maruvian Skies, and Breaking Battery. common pile off to the side out of the way. Every box that Josh opened was 12 Majestics, but 3 of his boxes had near identical duplication. Which I thought was super weird. Okay, so Nimblism and Ravenous Rabble. Ooh, we have a beast within. And an Aether Spindle. I did not see either of these cards pulled in the case that he opened. Okay, Breaking Scales, Red Faith Foreseen. Oh, so Kabdane is in this set. I did see a number of crew, rare heroes, and weapons in packs. So that's definitely a thing. Breaking Scales, Blue Fate Foreseen, not nearly as good. Pedal the Metal and Disable. So these boxes are 36 packs rather than 24 packs. So that's why 12 Majestics is rather than 8. So it stays on par with what you're looking for as far as total numbers. Snapback, Rip. Red Razors, Dash, Aether Spindle, and Energy Potion. So overall it looks like there are staple cards, equipment, and token cards, heroes, weapons, etc., in one slot, and then the staple cards in the other. Ravenous Rabble, Yellow Sink below, Cognition's Nose, Stir the Aether Wind. Okay. I'm trying to keep the desk clean as I go. And the material these packages are made out of, yeah, you cannot tear them straight across. That's what I was hoping to do, try to keep one intact. Red Meet and Greet, Katsu, Fate Foreseen, there's an Alpha Rampage, Yellow Snatch, this is already more variants than the other box I saw open. Boxes, excuse me. Alright, here's another staple, Yellow and Movable. That's an Ira. Life for Life, Rushing River. Some of these look really good in white border. Some people are going to look at me and go, "Are you crazy?" Whisper. There's a Crazy Brew, which is a Majestic now instead of a Super Rare. So we've hit a Legendary and 4 Majestics so far. I'd be glad to get the paper packs back with Uprising. These suck. Nothing personal to LSS. Razor. Come to Fight. That's interesting to put in there. Although, I mean, it's pretty neat. Time Snap and a Breakneck. I wouldn't actually call that one a staple, but everything else has fallen in line. This is how I'm going to keep one of these intact, or mostly intact. Maroon Hood, Blue Sink Below. Oop. Alright, here's Remorseless. So that's our 5th. Okay. Alright, half these are done. So far, I'm not seeing any downshifting. I was hoping to see some rares shifted down to commons. Bleed Strike. Red Soul Bush Strike's good. Yellow Slogism. Blue-Eyed Bracers. Or Bullseye Bracers. Red Liner. Yellow Flock, Red Nimblism. Ooh! Ancient Empowerment. And Spellblade Assault. Now, I surmised while watching Hometown TCG's opening that in a box you're either going to get an Enlightened Strike, a Command and Conquer, or an Art of War. Now, I could be wrong, but in the 4 boxes he opened, he got 4 Art. They've got 4 Art of Wars in the 4 boxes. We'll see if that plays out, but I'm thinking that this slot is like 1 per box. Alright, Helm, Whisper, Disable, Life for Life. Alright, Hope Merchants, Blue Rabble, High Speed Nestor. We've hit a lull on Majestics. Red meet and greet. Robe. Red sink below. Petal and Where's Valor. Fest of the First Fist. Whisper. Sand Sketch Plan. Okay, so that's a Majestic. That used to be a super rare. So it looks like that's been confirmed. That all the supers went to Majestics. I was hoping some of the... I knew the Majestic count wasn't exactly that number, but it kind of afraid that was the case. Cross strap, pummel, blackout kick, take cover. All right. Now, I've been trying to look in the rules, Come to Fight, Snapdragon, Reaping Blade, and Barraging, to see if it's considered illegal or marking the deck or whatever you want to call it, to play with a mix of white and black bordered cards. I know some, I've seen in some games where, or at least in Magic, Nimblism, Accelerator, Courage of Blade Hold, okay, and that at all. In Magic, there's a lot of players in older formats, in Modern particularly, where they will play their basic lands in white bordered, so that they can use their search cards, their fetch lands and things of that nature, to search for them, and it makes it easy for them to tell. So I was looking to see, is it legal or not legal to play a mixture of both white and black bordered cards in your deck, or black bordered and foil or whatever, where you can make it easier to pitch track. Alright, there's a Dorinthia Adult. Route, okay. So I'm seeing some cards here that are pulled that were not pulled in that entire case that Hometown TCG opened. Which is a good thing. Yellow Pummel, Goliath Gauntlets, Reduced Rune Chant, and Mandible Claw. And glue on this one, boys. Blue sink below, crown. Six, 7, 8, 9. So we've got 9 in a legendary. Or, yeah. So I'm counting that as 10. Red Soul Bead. Blue Sluggism. Bareback Stripings. There we go. Blazing Aether. Red Unmovable. Seismic Surge token. Alright, it's Benji and Blessing Red. Alright, gents. 4 packs left. Red Scar, Young Kano, Steelblade Shunt, and Potion of Strength. So if we hit one more Majestic, we'll have 11 Majestics and a Legendary, which is the 12 or higher threshold that we've seen. Blue Flock, Mage Master Boots, Staunch, and Mandible. That's probably what we will end up hitting. Red Pummel. Ooh, first Zensate token I've seen. Heron's Flight, and Towering Titan. There's a lot of these I didn't see in that box opening. Alright, last pack. Come to Fight, Refraction Bolters, Petal, and Staunch. Okay, so that pretty well confirms it. So my guess is these boxes are set to where you will get 12 Majestics or 11 Majestics and a Legendary. Every box that I've seen open, there were no duplicates in the box. As far as the Majestics. And the other thing I noticed was, as far as the Majestic equipment, of the 5 boxes, this one and the 4 that I've seen opened, each of them had one Majestic piece of equipment. So that's interesting. Alright guys, well I appreciate you guys hanging with us. Again, these singles will be available starting on Friday, May the 6th, and on adgaming.net, or you can search for us on TCG Player for Alternate Dimensions Gaming. This has been Yoritomo Raiden from the Tiger's Den. Come join the rebellion. And remember, there is no escape from the tiger.